right, John, am I woodsman? Hope you can hear me with the wind. Got the window down. It's a beautiful day. Heading out to some woodland property and doing me some camping overnight. Didn't have, there goes the deer run across the road. Didn't have any takers to go with me over on T Sawyar. He had plans already with the better half, and Adrian, Woodland Adventures, he had to work, so he's gonna meet me out here tomorrow. And we're gonna do a little small game hunting. Hopefully not upset too many bow hunters, but you know what? Hey, I got just as much right out there as they do, right? Yeah, buddy. Pretty frosty this morning. The leaves are really starting to change. So, the plan is, get out there, get camp set up, grab some firewood, relax, maybe go for a little walk, see if I can't find me a squirrel or a wabbit. We had a few good frosts, so the rabbit should be alright to harvest now. I'll get back with you in a little bit when I get a little closer to camp. It's only about 20 minutes away. Alright, we're getting close, folks. Sorry for the bumpy road. It is what it is. We in the country. Not too far from the trailhead. Right up here a little ways, matter of fact. About where that truck or that Jeep's at. I'm hoping it's not going to be all packed back here with a bunch of hunters, but it may very well be. Dude, get into the Jeep wave. I'm not even in the Jeep. There we go. Up to Sandy Hill. See what happens. Oh yeah. Need me a 4x4 is what I need. But pretty back here. Still a lot of leaves on the trees. They're just really turning really good right now, but they haven't fallen. Should be stopping grabbing some of this firewood. Well, it should be fun. Should be a good relaxing night. It's going to get cold. I already know that. Been in the 30s at night. would have been nice to have one of my best friends come with me, but you know, I haven't done a solo in man, probably, well, since I met Adrian, probably a few years ago. It's been a while. I used to go by myself all the time. I was the only one that would go. I couldn't get nobody to go out in the woods. Everybody was creepy. It's creepy out there, and boogeymans and bear and coyote and whatever. Yeah, they're out here, but they ain't gonna bother you. None of that. That's why you bring protection, especially when you're by yourself. It's the two-legged ones I'm more worried about. I got a really good YouTube friend for many years, and I ain't gonna mention no name, but when he watches this, he'll know who I'm talking about. But he is out solo camping down south, and 4 or 5 teenagers came up on him and rolled him, beat the hell out of him, excuse my French. Then damn near killed him, robbed him, took all his good stuff. He don't go to the forest no more without a sidearm or shotgun or something to that effect. I know I don't. No way. I bought my little .22 rifle for some plinking maybe, and probably won't do too much plinking. I don't want to make too much noise unless I have to, you know, with the, unless I see a squirrel, you know, because I don't want to disturb the hunters. I want to have a little respect for them. Man, it's been a while since I've been back here, been a year. Our camp last time we went a few weeks ago was about a half a mile the other direction. I like this one. Get back in here, and hopefully nobody's back here. Ah, so far so good. Yes. There it is. Even got a little bit of firewood left. Roger that. I'm gonna pull up here. Back into my spot. I think that'll work for now. Alright folks, I'm going to get back with you when I, probably when I get camp set up. I get at it. Talk to y'all later.
Well, I'm in camp. I'm in camp. Get her done.
I don't want it too high because I want to hunker my tarp right over my tent, hold all that heat in. It's got that poly on it, so it's pretty, well, it is waterproof 100%, so it holds all that warm air that I generate, hopefully through the night. Little tip I use is I take one of my pressing knots and I use it for leverage actually. So when I'm doing my ridgeline by myself, if you tighten that up and get it to where it's hooked, you can really
really reef on your ridge line. Yeah. And that gets it really tight. And of course just go the opposites and pull them back. I like to do that usually a couple times. Something like that. I know the ridge line's long, but you know, I hate cutting it. This is that heavy duty stuff I get at Walmart, believe it or not, for like $8. It's the strongest, least stretchable paracord I've ever bought. And I got one for my anchor for my kayak, and I got another one like this, which I should have brought because it was only like 30 foot long instead of 50. And this stuff just works amazing. I just can't believe it. Then I usually just put a good few half hitches in it. It's like a banjo string. Then just slide and pressing knot back down to where I think I'm going to need it. There you go. That's my ridgeline tensioning system.
Same day, different shirt. That one was too warm. This is the oddest shaped rain fly I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Never fails, got it backwards. Never fails. Get over there. No, I didn't. Gotta be backwards. Gotta be. Better. It always does that to me every time I set this thing up, even though I've had it for a good 3 years probably. Every time. Yep, it's pretty wrinkled up. Good friend of mine, I like to think anyway. Ben, Living Survival 2, was talking about tents and tarps and stuffing them in stuff sacks like that because that way you're not putting permanent creases in them, which makes sense, you know. So that's how I've been doing it, and it's actually easier than messing around trying to fold it anyway. Just get a 20-liter bag and stuff it down in there and you're tuned to zoom, you know. But just taking a 5. I have to cut me a couple poles for my porch, I think. Maybe one, because I think I'm going to bring it down. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. It's going to be experimental, so you'll have to bear with me. Something different I've never done before. The way it's hooked up with that tree, I can't really pull it to the center. I may end up taking that bugger down and running that ridgeline over to that other big tree to my left so I get the tarp more centered over the tent, and then I can drape it right to the ground all the way around, except for where the door's at, where the mat's at, the ground sheet. So, I won't bore you with that. I'll figure out what I'm going to do, and then I'll get back with you.
Alright. I think I know what I'm going to do. I got it slid over. So I got plenty on both sides. I got it tucked in all the way around the back to right to the ground. I'm going to use this pole here and put me a slit in the top of that. Stake. I bought these little hooks. Excuse me. I bought these little hooks. And these things are tough as nails. They're thick. They're like out of aluminum. And then I had some homemade jobs of these deals here on the other end. These little tensioner, little circles, tensioner, circular things. They work really well. But I bought a bunch of these. I got like 24. I split them with Adrian. And he got a bunch of these. He got like 36 and he split them with me. So we got, I tell you what, they're slick. They really work good. I'm just going to put this on here so I have a little bit of a porch and it makes it a little more easier access, you know. I'm not that agile, if you folks haven't noticed over the years. Gonna get them. This one's a little longer. I got some shorter ones. But I'm not sure where they're at. All right, sunshine, come on, baby. There. Now we'll just have to see how many times I'm going to trip over that tonight. So, done deal. That's my setup. Now I just got to get my sleep system in there. I got my military system. I didn't bring the bivvy, but I got both bags, and that's going to be, I'm sure, plenty. Try to stuff all my stuff sacks for everything into one bag. That way you don't bring any critters home with you. Tell you what, if you're not worried, if you're not worried about weight in your car camping or whatever, I use it on the river too. I put it in my big dry bag so I don't go without it. This sleeping pad, it's a light speed. It's got an R value of like 10, 9.5 or 10.5, and it's that thick when it's inflated. And I weigh 252 at the doctor's the other day, and I don't feel the ground. I can actually get on my arm to lean up, and I don't touch the ground. It's almost more comfortable than my bed. My problem is getting up and down off the ground, as we all know. But I'll tell you what, for best 90 bucks I ever spent for a sleeping pad, it's the most I've ever spent, and I know they go 4 times that if you want to. And yeah, there is a lot of nice ones out there, but some of them you do tend to pay more for the name than for the pad. But this one here, this is my third year, second or third year with it, and it's really a nice sleeping pad, really nice. So self-inflating, like they all say, but you know, you always got to blow into them and air them up more. But it's a start, you know. I just thought I'd show you that. It's kind of like a gear review, you know. I've used the heck out of it. I bet you I've slept on that thing 50 times, you know, without exaggerating. And always slept good. And it's wide, so I don't know what, a 34 inches wide. It's nice and wide. I'm a side sleeper, so it keeps my knees on the pad instead of onto the ground. But strongly recommend it. 2 thumbs up on it. Alright folks, I think I'm pretty well set. I just got to get some firewood, and then kick back and have me some coffee. I could use a cup of coffee. It's been a while. I don't even know what time it is. 3:35. So that ain't bad. Wasn't bad. It took me about an hour, I guess, tinkering around. No need to be in a hurry, right? Once you got your tent and tarp up, you're covered. Just had a couple folks walk through, was buying some timber, about 60 acres worth. A little bit here and a little bit there, some old poplar. Stuff usually falls down anyway. At least they're not selling the property, the state, and at least they're not clear cutting. That's the important part. So well, I'm gonna take and show you around, show you what I got and how I got it set up real quick. Alright,
so this is what I ended up doing with the shelter. You got my get up stick, you got my little bug zapper light, and yes, I got 2 headlamps. I got my rechargeable light diamond, and I got my 2-night. I do have an extra, my good flashlight, but I don't usually need it. One headlight takes a dump. I got another one to replace it with because I'm really like my hands free at night when I'm out here, especially by myself, camp chores. I just hunt my saws. Yeah, I brought 2. I thought I'd bring out the old bow saw. I haven't used it in years. Brought the Silky just in case. I wasn't sure about how sharp the blade was, but yeah, I just got the tarp anchored in a few spots right on the ground, so it pretty much keep any draft from coming through. So yeah, no tripod either right now, so you have to excuse me I'm bouncing around, but yeah, it's alright, it'll work. This should keep me warm tonight. Got my military sleep system in there, my air mattress, or sleeping pad I should say, is in there. I got my cooler, got my little table. Even got my big fire rod, I didn't even know it was in the bottom of my bag. Got my little fire pit. Now I just gotta scrounge me up some wood out here somewhere. At least it looks like there's quite a bit. It looks like there's a lot that's fallen since we were out here a year ago. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I love this spot for some reason. Well, it's a dead end turnaround, but nobody comes down here because you've seen on the way in, it's pretty thick. So there's not too many. I mean, my tracks are the only ones, and it hasn't rained in a couple days, so anyway, got the old Danger Ranger. I'm gonna move that and back it up in there a little better. And that'll block some of the wind and stuff too if it does pick up a rain. And yeah, that's the setup, folks. That's what we got. So I'll get back with you later. Maybe I'll get some firewood and get me a coffee going. Maybe have some dinner. Getting pretty hungry. It's almost that time. So talk to you in a little bit. Take care. stringy. You can't even break it. That's it for that one. This one gets thrown across the fire. I usually don't cut firewood unless I absolutely have to. Longer pieces, once you get it going, I'll dig a little channel on both sides of the pit on the bank and just lay them across and just feed them in from both ends. It's a lot easier actually and a whole lot less work, I'm here to tell you. But yeah, just show you a little process in action. It is what it is. It ain't the best wood. Some of it's a little punky, some of it's dry. Nothing really green. Everything I'm getting is dead. Dead fall or dead, you know, dead standing. So I just want to get enough because some nights I'll sit up around the fire till 2, 3 in the morning and just sit there, you know, hang out. I love it. So well, I'm gonna get hydrated, have me some Powerade Zero, and get some more firewood. You never have too much. I'd rather leave a little bit behind than not have enough at all. So I'll get back to you. I'm gonna have that cup of coffee pretty soon. I'm here to tell you because I'm starting to jones a little bit. Starting jonesing a little bit. I need me some caffeine. So yeah, maybe another half an hour doing this or so. I think I'll be tuned to Zoom. I can sit down and make me coffee. So yeah, I'll get back with you in a little bit.
Well, I don't know how much of this you can see. Found some old stashed patwood we had laying over here. Not too bad. Oh, that's enough or not. Well, I guess it worked. Just had to fluff it up the right way. Dig into it a little bit. Starting to get a little dark, so I figured, I might as well start a fire. Now some fat wood we had stashed. Crawdaddy Forge, thank you, buddy. Hell of a knife. Love it. Love it. That's been 5-6 years ago probably. I want to get one of his neckers one of these days, but I'm working on getting another one right now from somebody else that was so generous to build me one. I got a ton of smalls around here. Ton of it. And I tried to reply to some folks on Facebook as much as I could, but the service is pretty shoddy out here. It took me a couple hours just to upload a couple pictures. So I can thumbs up, but it won't let me read. It won't let me read some comments, and it won't let me comment back for some reason. There's a nice chunk. We'll save that one for later. That one's a little damp. So there we go. That's camp. Starting to get a little dark out. Oh, this camera really shows the light pretty good still, even though it's dark, or getting dark. I'm really surprised. There's my humble abode for the night. Got my Lucy out, which is only good for one night, especially when it's cold. And it takes like 4 or 5 days to charge it, so. I didn't show you my little kitchen. Here's my kitchen. Radio and all that stuff. And just brewed a fresh cup of coffee. This thing ain't focusing for beans. There we go. Got some coffee done. A little titanium bush box. Bushcraft Essentials and my Trangia with my wood knot coffee press, which I put instant coffee in it, and a 3-in-1. It's a lot less mess, a lot less hassle. So, alright folks, I'll talk to you later, I'm sure, before I go to bed. Alright folks, it's that time. My battery's gonna die. I have to say goodnight because I'm getting tired. Little fire going on. Pretty much depleted all the firewood over there. And I got some left over there, I guess. Not a lot, but yep, it's a good day. Good day indeed. Good night, nice and quiet, the clouds in the way, I see stars in the sky, so. Alright folks, I'm going to say goodnight. My camera's flashing, so take care and have some good dreams. I'll see you in the morning. God bless. Who's decided to show up? Finally. Look at that.
Where the hell's the steak and eggs?
At the store.
What? Get a little bit wet out here last night.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're ready. Got camp broke down, everything but my tarps. I got left them hanging there soaked. By the back of my tarp had probably 5 gallons of water. I'm glad I laid it flat out behind it so it stopped all that from running into my tent. My tent stayed dry, even the bottom of it, so worked out really good. It rained all night. Now, if you look at that. Blue sky. Can't ask for a better day. Over there. Getting ready to go hunting. Adrian just got here about an hour ago, I guess, and we had some coffee and BS for a little bit till the sun came out, and yep, so I'll get back with you. Maybe I'll do a little bit on the way out of here too. So yeah, I got my tarps hung up, my ground sheet and my tarp, lifted up my ridge line, let it dry off while we hunt. Trucks are here and nobody's gonna mess with nothing back here anyway. Then we're gonna load that up when we get back, and we're gonna go to another spot and do some more. So I will get back with you a little bit later. Well, we made it back. Walked a good mile or so, mile or maybe more through the woods. Found a good trail off the main trail. Seen probably 6 or 8 squirrel shooting across the trail, but after that they're gone. There's too many leaves on the trees. The trees are still full of leaves, and obviously you can see all the color because they're turning pretty good. Starting to get some light frost, but yeah. Adrian just left. He's going to get us some lunch. Don't feel like starting a fire and cooking. Got everything cleaned up and the fire pit buried, and got my tarps are all dry now, hanging up, so I'll be able to put them away properly now instead of throwing them in a wad. But yep, just wanted to touch bases on you with the hunt. It was still fun walking through the woods, and good exercise. It's good for me. There's let me show you a picture of or should I say a video. Don't get sick on me here. I'm going to turn you around. There's Adrian's new one. Little it's a Ruger Precision 22. Got the bipod on. He's got a real nice scope on it. I was shooting it last weekend at the range. We were only 50, 75 yards, but man, they were all getting hammered right, no bullseye, just driving tacks. Really nice gun, really nice. And a box full of ammo, of course. Plenty to start a war with squirrels. So I'll try to get back with you maybe on the road, like I said earlier. So his son's coming out, just bought a new AR. Actually just bought 2 new ARs. He bought one last weekend and he bought one for his girlfriend today, so, or vice versa. I don't know who's getting what, but it's something in the air right now with buying guns. So alright, so see you in a little while on the road.
Alright folks, on the way out. Oh, we won't take that spot. Scored me some black walnut for the lathe for some ferro rods and goodies, so heck yeah. Had some dead stuff down, really solid, so looking forward to spinning some of that. It's awesome. well, all in all, it's a darn good time. Didn't have no luck hunting. That's alright. Alright folks, almost home. A couple more miles to go. I just thought I'd turn the camera on and see some of the countryside. Farmer's got all the potatoes done. Still got corn drying. Soybeans, I think they're done. Turned out to be a beautiful day, so I just want to thank everybody for watching and just being there, and all the awesome friends in our community. So everybody take care. Hope you have a great week. God bless.